Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. This is our core series edition. I'm Dr. Jilian from Awakening Chiropractic, and thank you for joining me for our core exercises. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you through a series of core exercises that are appropriate to build strength in order to support our lower back. Because always the number one goal should be for our health to keep our spines as healthy as possible, because that's where our nervous system is. And as we go through our daily life, whether we're doing crazy types of exercises like running marathons, CrossFit, or even yoga and Pilates, or just picking up our kids and sitting at work, if we don't have proper core stability, all of the work is going to be put into our lower back, and we're going to start having problems, and our spine is going to start breaking down. So I'm going to take you through some exercises that you can do 3 times a week. That's all it will take to build that core strength that you need. Each exercise, if it's a holding type exercise like a plank, you'll want to hold it anywhere from 20 seconds to up to a minute or more. And you might need to start on the lower end, and then as you build strength, you'll notice that you're able to hold it longer and longer, so you'll know you're doing good. The other exercises like the sit-ups or the toe taps that I'll show you, you're going to want to do 10 to 25 reps. And I'm going to show you the proper way to do these, right? Because the classic thing that happens is we're doing sit-ups or core stuff and our lower back hurts or our neck hurts, or we just don't think we're doing it right. So the first one I'm going to show you is a classic plank. And I love planks because you know you're targeting your abdominals. That's where you feel it when you're doing it. It helps strengthen your shoulders at the same time. There's different stages you can do the plank in, so I'll show you that. But we'll just get right into it and get started. So, classic plank, we're going to start hands and knees, making sure that our shoulders are directly over our wrists. And we're going to just straighten one leg, come up onto the toes, straighten the other leg. Draw the belly button into the spine and make sure your spine is in one long line. So my hips aren't way up here or way down here, right? One long line. Shoulders are drawn down and back. And we just hold. And if this is too much yet for you, you can hold the same exact thing on your knees. Or if it's too much on your wrists, you can do the same exact thing on your forearms, with your shoulders over your elbows instead. So once you become proficient in this plank, you can start to get fancy and work the other parts of your abdominals like your obliques by bringing one knee to the opposite elbow and then back and forth by not compromising your spine. That's the most important thing. That's a plank. Now, the plank is going to work your entire core. So if you don't do any of the other exercises, just do the plank. 3 times a week, work your way up in time, where you maybe start at 10 seconds, then you work up to 60 seconds, whatever it is. The other exercise we're going to go over is a classic sit-up. So sit-ups tend to be done wrong, or they tend to be done in a way where it's overusing our lower back or our hip flexors. So I'll show you. Now, when we do a sit-up, you want to bring your seat down, right? So seat is on the floor. Lower back should never leave the floor. So lower back should stay on the floor no matter what position you're in. Should never come up. Nice and flat, okay? Hands come behind the head. But I'm not going to be pulling on my head to come up. All the work comes from here. So as you come up, your lower spine stays on the mat, neck stays straight, and just coming up so that the shoulder blades leave the mat. So I'm not pulling up like this, I'm coming straight up. And you might only be able to get so far, but as long as you're feeling work here, you know you're doing it right. And if you don't want to have your arms up like this, or it bothers you, you can leave them down. Just making sure a little tuck in the chin to help lengthen your neck. And again, lower back stays on the mat and come all the way up. So you'd want to do 10 to 25 reps of that. Then you can go right into toe taps, which will strengthen the lower abs here. So again, keeping the lower back on the mat, knees come to 90 degrees. And while stabilizing here, draw the belly button to the spine. You're gonna tap one toe down, and then the other toe down, 10 to 25 times. When that becomes easy, then you can do both at the same time. But not making the work come from here or our lower back. It's all coming from the stomach, okay? And even more advanced exercise from toe taps is this jackknife position. So starting upright like this, instead of coming down on our backs, we're gonna tuck our tailbone under, draw the belly button to the spine to lift the legs up. And again, you can toe tap here, or you can do a static hold where you bring the hands up. And you're just gonna hold here. When you get even more advanced, you can start to straighten the legs, you can do all kinds of funky things. But we don't need to do that yet until we build strength, because we don't want the work to come from the back or the hip flexors. You want it to be coming from the core. The other core exercise that's really simple and fun, and it's really great for your spine, is tabletop and cat-cow, which you may have done in a yoga class. So again, we're gonna get onto all fours, like we're gonna get into a plank. Shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. And you can keep a flat back here and then go into extension and flexion. Really tucking the chin, drawing the belly button into the spine when you're in flexion. And this really helps to move fluid down the spine, works your core. Once you do that a few times, get back to your neutral spine, and then you can begin to play with lifting one arm up without compromising the core, without shifting around. And then the other arm up here, right? And when you get proficient in that, then you can lift one leg, one arm, again, while keep the core nice and tight to the spine, and then switch sides. You can do this 10 to 25 times, really building heat in the stomach. And this will also strengthen your lower back, because you inevitably are going to activate your glute muscles when you're lifting your leg, which is also going to help you support your lower back and your spine. Because remember, number one, we have to keep our structure healthy. That's why we're focusing on the core. Core is basically the building blocks of having a healthy spine. If you don't have that core stability, everything's going to start to break down. You're not even going to hold your adjustments like you should, because any little thing you do is going to throw your spine out, or it's going to subluxate your spine. So adding these core exercises into your routine a few times a week, you will see huge improvements, in strength and every goal that you have, especially if you suffer from chronic lower back pain, or you have a job where you're seated all day, or you have, lower cross syndrome where you have really weak core and really tight lower back muscles. So I hope this helps, and if this is a really popular video and you guys want more, I'll do another core exercise building on more advanced exercises. And next week we're going to have a really special video, because I'm interviewing Angel, who's been our chiropractic assistant for over 7 years, and you will get to see a cameo of Harrison, her 18-month-old. So I hope to see you guys next week, and have a great day.